Hi guys, Official Ma here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this YouTube channel, we talk about lens relationship and how to get you your dream girl. If you know this kind of content interests you, please hit the subscribe button down below. And with that being done, let's proceed to the video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some signs that your partner is cheating, some signs that your girlfriend might be cheating on you. I want you guys to know that these are just signs, not clear proof. Before you take your final decision, at least you should have an evidence of some sort. So are you ready? Because I am. Let's jump right into the video. Number one sign that a girlfriend might be cheating on you is that there's a sudden change in communication. Yeah, maybe in the past you guys always seem to talk in the night, but all of a sudden there's a change in communication. Perhaps when you're trying to call this person, you notice that their number is always busy. At first, you guys talk almost every day, but as it stands now, or in the current dispensation, you guys maybe talk maybe once in 3 days and once in 1 week. They are always bringing up one excuse or the other. As the days go by, the level of communication drops drastically. But two signs that your partner might be cheating on you is that they always accuse you of cheating. Like they're always accusing you of cheating on them. This is called reverse psychology, and most times guilty conscience too has a role to play in this. But three signs that your partner or your girlfriend might be cheating on you is that there's a change in technology use. You're going to agree with me that most of the time our phones is like just like our portfolios. There's so many things about people that going through their phones, you're going to really discover so many things about them. You notice that even in criminal cases, if there's an investigation, most times the police would have a warrant to go through that person's phone, because there are a lot of things that people can discover by going through people's phone. So if there's a change in technology use, for example, you see things like this person totally becomes unreachable at some certain time of the day, maybe in the daytime or in the night time. Whenever you try to call them, they are always unavailable. They are always unreachable, in the sense that it's not maybe you call this person and the person calls back in an hour time or some minutes time. That one is a different case altogether, because maybe they might be busy and they might not be with their phones at that particular time. But if they are always unavailable, unreachable during some certain time of the day, and it doesn't happen once, it doesn't happen twice, just like what I said earlier. For example, you talk in the night, and whenever you try to call this person in that same time of the night, number is always busy, and maybe perhaps they are unreachable. And some other change in communication might be they suddenly change their passwords to their phones or their laptops. Before, you had a password to this person's phone, and maybe perhaps they had a password to your own phone also, because I believe that if you want to have the password to someone's phone, you should also give them the password to your phones. It should be something that is vice versa. So for example, maybe you have the password to their phones, and all of a sudden they change their password. They change the password of their phones, they change the password of their laptop, or they change the password of any device that maybe you could go through to get any information. Another change in communication use is when you notice that they start sneaking out to take certain calls. They might just be acting fishy altogether. Another change in communication use is that if you're the kind of person, maybe you're free to go through this person's phone, you notice that they cleared all the browsing history and some kind of things. And if you go through maybe their Uber app or their Bolt app, you notice that there are some kind of places that they've gone to that is kind of shady. And whenever they are with you, their phones are not always faced up. Their phones are always face down, because they don't want you to see the notifications that are coming into the phone, or if someone calls, they don't want to see the initials of the person that is calling. Number four sign that a partner might be cheating on you is that they don't allow you to go through their phone. They're very secretive, just like what I said. Like, it's part of changes in technology use. They don't allow you to go through their phone. Because if someone is hiding their phones from you, or if someone is very skeptical about you going through their phones, maybe perhaps there's something in that phone that they don't want you to see, and whatever it is, it's not something that is good. Number five sign that your partner or your girlfriend might be cheating on you is that there's a change in intimacy. They no longer want to be intimate with you, because perhaps they are losing feelings for you in the first place. That is one of the major reasons. They no longer want to be intimate with you. Whenever you try to be intimate, it's always one excuse or the other. Oh, I'm fasting. I want to be celibate. I want to do this. I want to do that. They're always making up excuses. They don't want to be intimate with you, unlike before, or whatever you guys had in the past. This time around, it's always bringing up one excuse. I'm tired. I'm trying to concentrate on work. I'm trying to concentrate on exams. I'm fasting. I'm celibate. I'm this and that. I want to do this. They're always bringing up excuses whenever you try to be intimate with them. This is one of the biggest signs that someone is losing feelings for you. And a contributing factor to them losing feelings for you might be because they have somebody else there, or they have somebody else on the line, something of that sort. If your partner all of a sudden stops being intimate with you or bringing up excuses whenever you want to be intimate, there's a high possibility that this person is losing feelings for you, and a sole contributing factor might be due to the fact that they have somebody else. The next thing that your partner might be cheating on you is that they become all of a sudden they become very secretive. Some things about them they no longer tell you. There's a whole different personality altogether. They start posting like having status updates maybe on WhatsApp or maybe on Snapchat, or they hide you from seeing those things. If you have any mutual friends, for example, they might even see maybe that person's status updates and you are not seeing the person's status updates. They become very secretive and start hiding things from you. So if they start hiding little things from you, there's a possibility that maybe there's a bigger thing that they might actually be hiding from you. The next thing that the person might be cheating on you is that there's always constant fights. Every day you guys are fighting. Like every day, every week, fights. Every single day, you guys are fighting. 1 week, one problem. 1 week, one issue. She always pick fights from little things. And one of the sole factors, or one of the possible reasons why they are always like bringing up fights, or they are always picking up fights, is that maybe perhaps she wants to bring up a valid reason to break up with you. Maybe she doesn't have a valid reason, and thereby she's looking for a valid reason or to, create a valid reason to break up with you. The things that are not supposed to cause fights before, or the things that never caused fights before, at this stage is causing fights. She's always trying to pick up fights with you. Like you guys are always constantly arguing and you guys are always constantly fighting for irrelevant reasons altogether. The next thing that your girlfriend might be cheating on you is that he's always having trust issues. Most times when people always emphasize that they have trust issues, most of those people don't trust themselves. And I know that most times people have bad experiences. Maybe they've had bad experiences in the past. But if someone is always hinting that they have trust issues, they find it difficult to trust people, most of those people don't trust themselves. So if she's always having trust issues, she's always accusing you of cheating, she's always accusing you of infidelity, there's a possibility that this person might be having an affair. And the last thing I have here is your gut instinct. Yeah. If your gut instinct is telling you that this person is cheating on you or this person is hiding something from you, there's a high possibility that this person is hiding something from you. Listen here, I'm not trying to feed into maybe your insecurity or your whatever, but trust me, 90% of the time, when you have a gut feeling that something is wrong or something is fishy somewhere, there's a high possibility that, yeah, something is actually very fishy. So if you have a gut instinct, what you should do is that, with these signs I've mentioned in this video, you calm down and you look into things very critically and have your evidence before you try to confront this particular person. And whatever happens from there is your own decision. In summary of this video, whenever I say that there's a change in communication, you cannot reach this person at a certain time of the day and this person suddenly disappears or ghosts you for some days and come back with reasonable explanations every single time or at every interval, or they suddenly become unreachable during certain time of the day, maybe at night their phone suddenly goes off or goes on DND and you cannot reach them, and you come back in the morning with different kind of excuses. They always emphasize that they have trust issues. When people always have trust issues, is a high possibility that they don't trust themselves also. And whenever she tries to hide her phone from you, she's always hiding her phone from you. Please take her calls privately. Something is wrong. So with that being said, I want to give a shout out to Joseph watching from Cross River State, to Samsung watching from Lagos, Nigeria, and Ugonna watching from Onitsha, Anambra State. I'm glad you guys loved the episode of the last video, and I asked you guys to comment your name and where you're watching from, and I'm going to give you a shout out in my next video. Do also join the Telegram channel. The link is in the description box down below. If you want to join the discussion every first Saturday of the month, kindly tap the link to be part of the community on Telegram. If you've not subscribed yet, just do me a favor by hitting the subscribe button to be part of our community here on YouTube. I love you guys all and see you in my next video. Cheers!